back to KPTV right here on YouTube.com/CrimsonPainTV, and we got a subject that kind of hits home for us.
Literally.
Now, as everyone knows, or maybe everyone may not know, me and Mike are neighbors. You walk down my stairs and Mike's front door is right there.
Well, there's one door and then another door, and mine's the other door.
Now, the one door, the closest door to the bottom of my stairs, we got some new neighbors about a month ago.
Maybe more? 2, I want to say. No, maybe a month or 2. Something like that.
Let's say about a month and a half.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We'll meet right down the middle.
Yeah.
A month and a half ago, we got some new neighbors, and it's a husband, a wife, and 1 kid, correct?
2.
2 kids. So there's a family that moved in, which is cool. We got families.
Yeah.
We're totally fine with that. Apparently, the husband is, I think the only way that we can classify him as is alpha male.
Sounds about right.
Me,
I am God here.
Yeah.
Me, new man.
I run everything. You cannot control what I do.
I say, you do.
So, it all started for me. Now, I live upstairs.
I live right next to him.
Underneath my apartment is parking spaces. So, you've got, what, 3?
There's 1, 2, yeah, 3.
So, you've got 3 parking spaces underneath my apartment. I don't park under there, Mike parks under there, and then Dude parks under there. And it happened, apparently he works evenings.
I think like 8 to 2 or 3 or something like that.
Because he'll get home between like midnight and 4 o'clock in the morning. Like Monday through almost Saturday, it seems. And
I think he actually works at a bar. I think that's what they said.
Well, he smells like alcohol, so
that's probably what it is.
That wouldn't surprise me. So between midnight and 4 o'clock in the morning, he ends up getting home. Well, he comes home. The kids are asleep. I'm starting to go to sleep and everything like that.
Lies. You don't go to sleep
okay,
until
well,
like 4 or 5.
Sometimes I'm asleep. Or sometimes I'm in bed, okay?
Coma-induced.
I won't say that I'm asleep, but I'm in bed. But, like, I know the lady next door to me, she goes to bed at like 8 or 9 at night, because she's up at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So, like, everyone around here, like, it's almost families in every apartment.
Everybody seems like it's quiet here, like, the majority of the time. I mean, it seems like...
We probably make the most noise out of everyone else.
Not anymore, but... I would say everybody is, like... I haven't even seen, like, the people that live in the first apartment.
They use their back door.
I was going to say, I've never seen them, ever.
I don't think
ever.
I don't think that they've ever walked out their front door. The other family
I've
right
seen
next
them
to them,
get mail. That's it.
They'll come because they usually, like, the dude picks up the kids from school, so you're at work when they're, like, coming to and from and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, between, like, midnight and 4 o'clock in the morning, you just hear music blasting.
Is it mariachi?
No, it's everything. It's everything. He's had, like, some screamo music.
Oh.
He's had, like, Eminem, 50 Cent, Dr. Dre, Snoop, fucking... He's had, Limp Bizkit. Like, his mix of music is, like, a wide variety.
Well, that's good at least, I guess.
But he's blasting it when he pulls in the driveway, right? After... I was like, okay, it's a one-time thing. And then it happens the next night. And then it happened that, and it just kept going on. So finally I got frustrated. I'm like, you know what? This is getting annoying. Because now it's starting to wake people up. People that are actually asleep. It's waking them up. It's fucking annoying. And it's rude. You don't fucking pull into an apartment. If you had your own house.
I'd say if it was 10 or 11, that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's... I mean, it's still like...
That's still the variable.
Yeah, it's not past midnight. That's where, like, come on.
Yeah, so, like, you gotta know people are sleeping. So he'll come rolling in, blasting music, and like, even when you walk on my back patio or walk up my front steps or something like that, which me and Mike were just talking about earlier, it, like, shakes the apartment. So it feels like Godzilla's, like, walking up your steps. Well, it does the same thing with the bass. Now, I don't know if he's got subwoofers or what.
I don't know.
In that car. But, like, the bass and everything, it, like, shakes the floor and shit. And, like, it's fucking insane. So, like, 2 weeks ago, I had enough. I was tired of people getting woken up.
Enough is enough. And
It's time for a change.
Poor Owen.
You know what's awesome is Mick Foley said that on SmackDown.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
He was on commentary, and someone was doing something. I forgot who it was. And he was like, enough is enough, and it's time for a change. And he went out, and he grabbed Socko. He's like, ah! I was like, oh, that's awesome. Good call, Mick. But, so I went out my back door, and I'm kind of like hanging over my railing, and I'm like, I'm going to tell this dude.
Don't mind me.
I was like, I'm going to tell this dude to quiet the F down, right? Like, have a little respect. You're new here. Like, I can already tell just the month you've been here that fucking you're probably an asshole. And you're probably not going to listen to me anyways. And it may come out to being a fight, and I would be fine with that. Whatever. So I'm hanging out my back, and I hear him, like, he pulls up, and he's sitting in his car. Car's still running. Like, he sat there for, like, a good minute. The car's still running, music's still blasting. I'm like, dude.
Okay, so that's even worse. So, I mean, even if it was blasting and just rolled up and shut it off immediately, that's somewhat not so bad.
Yeah.
You know? It might waken somebody for a second, but at least it's not still running.
So he sat there, and, like, I'm hanging over my back balcony, and, like, I'm looking over the railing, kind of like, okay, I'm waiting for this dude to come get out of his car so I can be like, hey, like, what the fuck? So, like, engine shuts off, he gets out, I hear the door shut, I was like, excuse me, hello? And, like, he, like, didn't answer. I was like, fuck it. So I shut my back door, went walking out my front door, and I opened the front door, and he was, like, just starting to open up the gate to his door, and, like, he looks up at me, because it's all quiet and shit now, and fucking, you just hear my door open, and, like,
Your door opens pretty loud,
it's
too.
fucking loud. Like, it makes a statement when you open that bitch. Which isn't by choice. I fucking actually hate
it. I actually hear when you open your door when I'm sitting on my couch.
Yeah? Dude, it's so fucking annoying. We'll do another episode on fucking shitty landlords. So fucking, like, I open it up and he looks up at me. I was like, your music's really loud and you've been doing it for week after week after week. You wake up the kids, you wake up my neighbor, you wake up everyone. It's annoying. Could you mind turning it down? Well, as I'm starting to say this and I'm getting close to finishing it, he's getting defensive already.
I hate...
Because, like, he took the key out of his gate, and he kind of, like, turned around and he's facing me. He's like, well, I just got off work, and I work, and blah, 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 and, like, this and this and this. And, like, he started to get all defensive and shit. And, like, I'm staring at him, and when he stopped talking, there was kind of, like, that second of silence. And I kind of went, what does that have to do with you playing your music loud?
Yeah, seriously.
That pissed him off. He's like, fine, I'll keep it down. I was like, yeah, just when you pull in the... And he just slammed his door.
Oh, man. Yeah, so basically every single day I just hear do-do-do-do-do-do. Like, I don't know what the hell they're doing there. I swear to God, they gotta have a band or something. Like, maybe it's a family band, because all day long you just hear boom, boom, boom. I think it's like they run back and forth or something. But it doesn't sound like kids running.
Well,
it's just like
and then
boom, 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 boom.
They've got the metal gate.
Oh yeah,
for the front door.
Oh my God!
And
all day
they
long.
let their little kid
just sit there,
pound like it's.
It sounds like dubstep.
Instead of having a screen door, it's like a metal gate with a lock and stuff like that.
Which I have the same one.
You got one on there, but they let their like little 2-year-old sit at the front door and
all
just pound
day.
On this metal gate. Now, if it's a screen door.
Day.
Like, she would have put her fist through the screen by now.
Easily.
But because it's a giant metal gate, and like, just imagine pounding on a metal gate all fucking day.
Well, the worst part was, before they used to, I think they didn't used to lock it or something like that, she would come outside and then pound on ours.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and that only happened for like 2 days, and then she stopped because I think they realized it. I was like, I wasn't home. Linda told me about it, so. But and then also apparently they like to smoke weed outside.
Now let's drop the disclaimer.
I don't care about people smoking weed.
We don't have a problem with people smoking weed.
Not at all.
We know a lot of people that smoke weed.
Yeah.
We're friends with people that smoke weed. That's not the point here.
Could not care less. But they're outside. For one thing, they got kids. I mean, like, time to grow up, you know? Really?
Yeah.
Or if you're going to do it, go somewhere else. Go hang out with your friends. I don't know.
Don't do it while your kids are home.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not usually that late. It's maybe like 9, 10, if they're asleep. But our windows don't have the greatest sealant in it. So, like, all night, we can smell it. Every day, I smell it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, the first week, I was like, damn, is there like a skunk, like, running a rampage around here, or
It just came back night after night.
Just, like, did maybe my dog pissed it off or something? She barked at it and it hurt its feelings and it's coming back and just spraying every single day? But then after a while, I realized...
Fuck you!
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck you!
So then after a while, I realized, and right at our window, I can look over and I can kind of see in their backyard, and I saw the guy outside and it looked like he had a joint, so I was like, makes sense. Okay, what the fuck? Like, come on. You gotta know that everybody's gotta smell it. Like, this isn't a party complex. Like,
was the wife out there too?
Yeah, everybody.
So
and they have friends over a lot too.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
I mean, they're friends. I met them. They seemed all right. They're actually kind of quiet.
Okay.
But they're not, obviously. Like, they have the two, like, loud, booming voices.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, hey!
Yeah, like, when he talks and when you go out, like, when he walks out the front door, when he talks, his voice echoes because he's got so much bass in his voice, and he talks so fucking loud. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, to sum it all up, if you got neighbors, just be respectful.
Please.
We live 10 feet away from each other. In between us, we've got a noisy neighbor. We got someone who just doesn't have respect for the people that's living around him. It gets annoying. We're cool with all the other neighbors.
Yeah. I miss the old neighbors.
Yeah. Like, I'm cool with the old lady next door. I help her with her computer and stuff like that. Everyone else is really cool. Then this guy comes in and he's got to be the alpha male asshole of it all. And what's funny is we won't put up with it. and I think I caught him off guard by, like, he didn't think anyone was going to say anything to him. And I caught him off guard by being like, hey, can you turn on your music? And, oh, da 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 da. So, but just the whole thing is just have respect for the people around you. It may be hard to kind of think, oh, well, let's turn down the music when we pull in the driveway and stuff like that. But you know what?
You're at an apartment complex.
Yeah, I mean, if we were individual houses, it may be different.
Yeah, if that was my neighbor and it was a house, I'm not going to say anything. That's their house.
Yeah, because you're not driving into my driveway and parking, like, in my garage, blasting music and shit like that. So just have respect. Yeah. That's basically all it boils down to. Bad neighbors suck.
Do unto others as if you want them to do to you, or whatever the hell you say. However you say it.
I think it was damn close.
Something like that.
Alright, so be a good neighbor.
Please. I even said please.
And we're out.